Is it live? Can you tell? Oh wait, I gotta press this.
Oh, I'm live. Oh. It is Misty and Aimee checking in, community check-in on Facebook. We're getting ready to go on Instagram.
Come on.
Right now, Misty's trying to work it. Oh, there you go.
I'm live.
We're live on Instagram, and we are here at the Fabyan Windmill.
Heck yeah. Guess what?
Chicken butt.
No.
No, what, Misty? What?
Okay, so we get to go on this tour. It's not your average tour because see this over here? It says like restricted.
We get to go up those stairs.
Oh yeah.
Are you
We
jealous?
get to go see it all.
But hey, you get to come with.
Hello, Martha. Hello.
Very exciting.
Hey, it's Roseanne.
Hi, Roseanne. We're gonna introduce us to our wonderful tour guides. Let's flip the camera here. There. Oh, the lighting is perfect. Very good.
Right?
Yes.
Perfect. I'm ready.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. My name is Rob Cleve. I'm the volunteer coordinator for the Forest Preserve District of Kane County. And I wanted to welcome the Batavia Public Library patrons and staff here to the historic Fabyan Windmill. This is a Dutch or German windmill that has been here in Geneva since 1915. And this is a really unique windmill because it's run by volunteers. So we have volunteer millers and docents that focus on tours and also upkeeping the windmill. So if any of you are interested in history and might want to join our miller or docent team, please visit us at caneforest.com/volunteer to learn more about not only the Fabyan Windmill service opportunities, but ways that you can get involved here in the Tri-Cities. So I'm excited here to introduce our head windmiller, volunteer Mark Reveco, who's going to lead our tour.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Mark Reveco, and welcome to Fabyan Windmill. Glad you could join us on these live events. And we're going to give an unusual tour today, going up above the public areas. So hopefully you'll enjoy it and ask questions, and I'll try to do the best I can to answer them for you.
Perfect.
Okay, your mother-in-law said there are some streaming issues.
Are you connected? You're
Connected? Okay,
Well.
so we're going up the stairs.
We are going to We're going to do our tour around the deck.
This
called
is
the
the
deck?
part that everybody else can see.
It's called the stage.
Stage.
Oh, the stage.
We're going to do a tour of the
All
stage.
the world's a stage, you know.
Here we are. Okay. Let's go. I'll go this way. You go that way. Social distance.
You got it covered.
So here we are. Boy, poor connection. I apologize. We do have our hotspot going, so we should have Wi-Fi. Hopefully it will stay connected for you guys. Oh, hello. Oh boy. Sorry, I don't want to stick you right in the sun there. Beautiful view. There's the Fox River over there. And here we go. Like I said, we do have the hotspot going. We are connected, so hopefully we have good streaming. If not, I apologize. We're doing the best that we can with what we have. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. Now, when we go up these very steep stairs, we are going to be putting you in our back pockets. So, you're going to get...
These stairs, they're scary stairs.
They're very steep.
So that we don't die, I'm going to put you in my back pocket.
Yeah.
Facing Amy, so don't be scared.
Are you going first?
Yes, I'm going first.
Okay, you going first.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. We'll get a nice... Here you go. Here they are.
Okay.
Now, like we said, see, she's going to put you guys in the back pocket. This is a restricted area. Only volunteers. There she goes. Say good luck, Misty.
If I die,
No, you're not going to die. Don't
Don't die out
worry.
the window.
You'll be fine.
I'm going to leave my patch to someone.
All right, here we go. We're going in my back pocket now. Let me know what the view is like. Don't go out of my pocket.
How you doing?
Perfect.
Yeah. We're going up these stairs.
I don't know why I took you out if we're gonna go back up. So we're on the first restricted level. And we're gonna go halfway up these so we get a good view. Ah, the sun!
How's this, good?
That looks good.
As long as you guys are comfortable.
Yep.
So as Rob mentioned earlier, this windmill's been here in Geneva for about 100 years. In 1915 it was moved here by Colonel George Fabyan, the person who owned all of the land in this area, and that's what the Fabyan Forest Reserve is named for. This windmill pre-exists George Fabyan though, and was in a site about 15, 18 miles east of here in what's unincorporated Lombard, York Center. It's called approximately 16th Street and Myers Road. It was run as a factory grain grinding windmill for two German immigrants who ran it as a production business for about a decade. It went into disrepair. Their business went out. There was some deaths in the family, and the windmill sat derelict for about 20 years. And then Colonel George Fabyan was aware of it, and he was a collector of things and a really interesting kind of a project manager kind of guy. And he went out and bought it, had it disassembled and shipped here, and then rebuilt on this site. So what we're seeing is the second incarnation of this windmill, and it's called the George Fabyan Windmill because of its location, because of the man who restored it and kept it alive for us. In 2004, excuse me, the windmill was again in disrepair, and the Forest Preserve District had to make a decision on whether to tear it down or restore it. And thankfully they opted to restore it. And what you see here is the fully restored, functioning Fabyan windmill. And it's fully operable on a nice windy day when I have volunteers. We do run the sails. We do run machinery inside the windmill. And what I'm standing on top of right now is one of the main gears. It's called the Great Spur Wheel, and it is the main power transfer point. As we go upstairs, I'll show you some more of the gears. But in essence, the sails spin. They spin shafts and gears that spin gear and this shaft, which goes up 3 stories. It then in turn spins this great spur wheel. At this point, lantern gears can be engaged to drive the grinding stones on the floor below us. And it also is engaged to drive a machinery shaft behind me. And that drops all the way to the basement to run the grain cleaning and corn shelling machine. So this is a big room filled with a big gear. And it can be quite dangerous in operation, which is one of the reasons it's not open to the public.
I have a question from Instagram. Christine wants to know, what do you have to do to keep the windmill functioning or functional?
We have to maintain it in terms of greasing the mechanical parts, in terms of identifying issues and fixing the wooden parts, and a lot of it is simply just operating the windmill. Make sure it doesn't sit too long, otherwise, like a car, it'll get flat tires. In this case, it'll get flat shafts and bearings.
Nice. Don't worry, Christine, we're going to see some of that grease. Do you want us to go up now, or?
Sure.
Okay.
You
Put
got it?
In the back pocket.
All right, we're going back up.
Yep. This is super entertaining.
Always stay hydrated, kids.
I noticed your voice is a little.
We can go up with one hand. Going down is a different story.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Going down is like.
Are we stopping at this, or are we going up?
Are we going back all the way up, or are we stopping on this floor?
We'll stop at this middle, I think it's the Miller's floor, you call it?
Okay, we're gonna stop at the Miller's floor. Oh,
Very important decor.
this is terrifying. Ah!
It's not a part of the windmill.
It should be. This is
Here's the
awesome.
window.
Oh, yeah, they're into the
that
Jolly
is
Rogers.
The beveled glass window. One of the few that remain are they're on this level.
Isn't that cool? Can you see it? Having a Hunger Games moment.
So as I said, this windmill existed in a previous incarnation by the original German immigrants that built it in what's now the Lombard area. And in that windmill, they put in this crown wheel. This wheel would have been used to drive a sack hoist, so that you would tie sacks of grain to it, and using a couple of ropes, you could be able to take the grain all the way from the first floor where the grain comes into the building up to the level here and then pour it into hoppers waiting to be ground.
Oh my gosh.
When Fabyan disassembled the mill and rebuilt it here, he took out the sack hoist system and he put in a conveyor system. So that runs actually a little bit less human involved, and it enables the carriage of grain all the way from the basement to the floor below us. So this wheel is no longer required, but it's still here.
And the story with the spill?
That's our Halloween decoration.
Ah!
Right.
Terrifying.
It was an Instagram question, I had to ask it.
We do hang it in that window facing Route 25.
That's like a fun Easter egg.
Okay, I have another Instagram question. Okay, have you seen or heard of any injuries while working the windmill?
Well, that's
Just to give a little background into how the windmill life isn't easy.
So at this windmill, there have been no injuries.
Nice.
We are very proud of our safety record here. There have been injuries at other windmills. There have been people who have died at other windmills. Running a windmill can be very dangerous, and we take every precaution we can. One of the things that we were taught originally by the millwrights that built this windmill, safety first. And their motto is safety for the windmill, safety for the millers, safety for the visitors. None of those are more important than the other. So we're constantly looking to be safe in the way we operate. We don't operate alone. We have to have at least 3 people here to make sure if something does go wrong, we can call for help. And we just operate very, very safely. Some of the things, if you're a novice to it, may look very dangerous, but they're not once you're trained to do them properly.
Got it. Thank you.
I have a comment from Facebook. Lori says, "Hi, Rob."
Is that Lori Matanchuk?
No, a different Lori.
Oh, okay.
Here, do you want to see?
Yeah, sure. Oh, Lori Home!
With
Hi,
how many?
Lori!
With about 10 exclamation
I
points.
know, that's my community garden and acting friends. And
Very
hi
excited to see you.
to Matt and Lori Home.
You get the fun questions, and I just get the shout out.
Okay, are we taking the scary stairs now?
Yes, we got it.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Remember, stay bent over and keep your heads low.
Yep,
Bent over.
we gotta stay low because we're gonna.
And I would seriously try to hold you, but Here, I'll show you with the hook leg.
Yeah, they're terrifying, but we got this. We did this once already. We're fine.
Yeah, we did a practice run.
We practiced.
Yeah. when you
Not
get
with
to
the
top.
phones, but we practiced.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine. We got this. No
Yeah.
problem.
I'm not nervous. Totally not nervous.
Oh yeah, I'm not nervous either.
I know. I wanted to climb this windmill thingy.
Windmill thingy.
Windmill thingy.
It's a windmill. It's just a windmill. You forgot to flip your camera. It's facing your shirt. It doesn't matter. Just go.
You guys like my shirt? It says, "What's up, Buttercup?"
Well, the front of it does.
Yeah, the front of it.
All right, here we go.
All right.
2, ow, 3, 4, bang my knee, 5, 6, 7. It helps to count the stairs.
Stay low.
Okay. Wait, we're going up. Okay.
Stay low.
Hey, so do you guys remember Skip It when you were kids? Remember
Skip
the
it.
Skip It thing?
Skip it. Yeah.
This is a Skip It thing for a windmill.
Huh.
So every time the windmill
Let's flip
turns,
this.
this nut and bolt system clicks off and it counts. So that Mark and our volunteers know exactly how many spins the windmill has. And we have, isn't there a minimum we try to get per year, Mark?
Try to get about 1,000 in a day. But
Sun.
the sun's in your eyes?
Yeah, it's okay. I just won't look at you. I'm not trying to be rude.
What we utilize that mostly for is not only to keep track of the revolutions, but because we're keeping track of revolutions and we do certain maintenance items with revolution counts, that's how we know when we need to do some of the maintenance.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, isn't that neat? That's how I always remember it, the Skip It.
Skip it. Skip it. Do 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 do. I'm a kid of the 90s, so it's fine.
Uh-huh.
Did you want to touch on the
Oh, the grease?
grease?
Yeah, let's look at some grease.
We're gonna get
Show them the ring.
This is
greased
Okay.
up.
for you,
So-
Christine.
As Mark mentioned earlier, as we were going through this, the cap of the windmill is not attached to the rest of the windmill. And if you can get your cameras down under here, you can actually see, and maybe I can provide some flashlight
Yeah.
for you, and maybe get a little better
I
look.
wonder. Here. Oh, I got mine going.
You got yours?
Right?
Okay,
Yeah, I do.
excellent. So you can see the windmill actually just sits wood on wood, and it spins on that dark grease. And so Mark, when they crank it, it slowly turns, and this whole cap can spin 360 degrees.
Nice.
So it is, it's a marvel of engineering.
That's
Very cool. It really is. There you go.
That's super cool. Okay.
All right, here's this ladder. Oh, see, and this proves that it's not attached to it, because where is it? There it is. See? Ooh.
Not attached to the
See, the
floor.
ladder's not. I just put my hand through a spider web.
Floating.
Very cool. All right,
So we're going up.
we're going up the ladder.
And
You
if
can just
anyone
set it.
wants
Yeah.
to restore a historic windmill, this is the Verbai company. This is the name and the information of the company from the Netherlands that regularly comes back and
Oh
does.
my gosh, that's their telephone number?
Yes,
That's
it
an
is.
actual telephone number.
Yeah,
Give 'em a
yeah.
call.
So if
Yeah,
anyone
good
wants
luck.
to
You
call,
might want to check your international plan first, kids.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
It is.
So, especially being in Batavia, being the city, the windmill city. Yeah. If you want a windmill just like this, give them a holler.
Yeah, they'll come build one for you.
Yeah.
Okay, coming up.
Here we go. I'm not gonna film myself going up.
I was like, wait a minute, do I have to keep my head down? But I don't.
think
It's a little clearer up here. You need to be careful where you're at. Make sure when you're up here where you step.
Yes.
Got it.
Thank you very much. We're going this way.
So yeah.
To the window?
Yeah, sun.
You want to go towards the front? I'll go to the other side on the front.
Social distancing.
There
See?
you go. Look at that. And the cap of a windmill. Who doesn't get?
Now this is the cap of a windmill. Very exciting. It's very cool. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Don't bump your head.
That's the main wheel, and interestingly, this part right here is the brake. So to slow the windmill down, you pull that lever out there,
Well, you can't see the lever.
and
I'm
it
sorry.
slowly tightens this big wooden ring around, and it slowly slows the windmill down. So just like just like the cap is on grease, this is just wood on wood to slow it down.
Oh, nice.
So we can't let it get going too fast, or it could start a fire or start smoking with the
Oh
wood
my
on wood trying to
goodness.
slow it down. Oh, I'll let you,
I just feel like I need to be knocking on wood all the time. And none of this stuff happens. Here's a view.
And that's why I have
We shared this photo in our stories in anticipation
this right here.
of our live. So here you go.
Comes to an end.
Not a lot of people see this view from the top of the windmill. So
They're coming.
enjoy it. It's beautiful.
check out the Campana building.
Yeah, you see the top of the way over there. Where is it? There it is. Right there.
This is the best view in Kane County.
Fun fact, I used to think the president lived in that building when I was a kid.
Fun fact.
Fun
Years
fact,
ago,
I
yeah.
was not a smart kid. Okay, you want your turn?
Yeah, I do.
So do you see
Okay.
those nuts out there on the big wind shift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have to go out there
Oh
periodically
my
with
gosh.
the big wrench
Look at that big wrench.
and tighten the nuts on the clamp out there.
Well then.
Okay.
That's why we pay him the big bucks.
Can I try it?
You want to tighten the nuts?
Totally try.
Here we go.
Here are the nuts.
Did you break your sunglasses?
Did you
Oh
break it?
no. So we've had one casualty.
That's all
Your
right.
sunglasses.
Oh my god.
It's alright. That's why gas station sunglasses, kids.
Oh, I never pay more than like $10 for sunglasses. Ever.
So my new favorite part of this view, and I do love this view, is you guys may notice right there in the river used to be the part of the Fox River Trail, and it's
Huh.
gone. But you can still see where that little ridge is, and what we're doing is we're just allowing the flow of the river to reshape the bottom there, so it's just kind of rechannelizing it now that we open that up and it's an island again.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's kind of a recent thing. I think that happened,
Last year.
was that last fall?
Late last year.
Yeah.
That was cool to watch from up here.
Oh, I bet. The size of that crane
Yeah.
to put
I'm
the
gonna lift
bridge
down,
in,
but I'm not
holy
gonna
cow,
put
it's like,
it in.
is it like 16 wheels or something?
Why are you doing that
I
to our
drove
Instagram
next to a
followers?
road, and
Don't look
my-
down, you
the wheels were
crazy.
bigger than my Subaru.
To give them some perspective, that's where we started. And that's where everybody else is allowed to be.
And look at all the ants.
I don't know,
down
does
the
everyone
trail.
on Facebook want to look down too? Whoa!
Are you making fun of me?
Ooh, watch out for the grease.
Yeah, watch out for the grease
Don't
behind
grease
you.
your arms.
I almost greased my arms.
Don't grease your arm, kids.
I see it. Okay. Okay. What else should we know about? What
So
is this? Oh,
when the sails spin
That's
on
the
the
grease.
outside, the sails are attached to this. This is a 26-odd foot long piece of Belinga wood. It's the largest single piece of Belinga wood ever worked on by these millwrights, because most windmill shafts now are no longer wood, they are cast iron. Most windmill sail stocks are no longer wood, they are steel box beams. And that's been that way for many, many years, 100. So this is very unusual that this windmill has both a wood shaft and sail stock assemblies. There's only 3 in the world. This is one of them. When the sails
See
spin,
how he's
this
standing?
shaft spins, that wheel spins. That's called the brake wheel. And the reason it's called the brake wheel is because of the brake band that Rob described that goes
Yeah.
around the outside of it. These are the back side of the cogs that are inserted into the wheel. On the front, they look a little more like teeth. They spin and they rotate the gear down below called the wallower. That wallower then is at the very top of that shaft we saw 2 floors below. So that's how long that shaft is. This wind shaft here sits on a big piece of brass underneath this very greased steel area. And it runs from 6 feet outside the front of the windmill to nearly the back where it's engaged into a thrust bearing. And it's approximately 26 feet long, weighs approximately 8,000 pounds.
Wow.
I have a question. How often do you spin the windmill?
As often as we can when the wind cooperates and I have volunteers to help.
Nice.
With COVID, it's 0 so far, 2020.
Yeah, well. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
Yes.
Knock on.
Yep, Belinga.
Legit.
Knock on Belinga. That's the new phrase. Everybody,
I don't know how often you'll find it, but just plenty around
you
here.
gotta come here. See,
That's awesome.
there's a promotion. Knock on
I have to
Belinga.
do one while we're up here too.
Well, yeah. I mean, come on.
And interestingly, we now use, Mark mentioned earlier, engineered grease for what this is the neck bearing. But we used to use grease from a local restaurant. If any of you have ever eaten at Stockholm's in Geneva, they used to give Mark and the Millers their grease out of their fryers, and that is what used to grease our neck bearing.
Isn't that interesting?
So it smelled delicious up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? They did that on purpose to get you to go to Stockholm's.
Yeah.
That's awesome. This is very cool.
Yeah, it is.
So the thing we're standing on right now is not actually attached to the windmill.
Wait, what?
That is correct.
That is
Remember, because the grease, we're not attached?
Oh, I thought they were just talking about the ladder.
No.
No, the whole
Whole
top
floor.
of the windmill.
Well,
Oh, that's right.
50,000
So we're not
pounds?
actually attached to anything.
And one thing to point out up here, perhaps,
Okay.
is the fact that when George Fabyan took ownership of the windmill and had to move and rebuild here, he made it beautiful. If you remember, I said earlier, windmills are kind of factories. That's true. They're machines and they do a thing. In this case, the thing it does is grind grain. They don't need to be pretty. They don't need to be fancy. They don't need to have, in George Fabyan's case, varnished wood and beadboard. And that beadboard is throughout this building. And that was an expense that no windmiller would put into a regular functioning factory type windmill. So he made this not only a functional windmill, but he made it a beautiful windmill.
Nice.
And the people who have visited it from Europe, and including some renowned windmill experts, just call this like the prettiest windmill they've ever seen.
Yeah. And Mark sometimes refers to it as a really fancy lawn ornament. So some
That's-
people do pink
yeah.
flamingos.
We'll do
Some people
giant
throw,
windmills. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Uh-huh.
It's
One of the
fine.
reasons I say that, though, is 100 years ago, before the trees were so numerous and so tall, the windmill could be seen from George and Ellie Fabyan's villa, which is on the
Wow.
towards Route 31.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we work with the local preservation partners, and they open the Frank Lloyd Wright Villa Museum and the Japanese Gardens. I believe currently, of course, due to our corona situation, most of our
Current
historic
situation, yeah.
locations that are indoors are closed to the public. But we are doing, as we are tonight, some special tours, and still trying to give the citizens here in Kane County kind of a peek of some of the really unique historic things that we have, really right in our backyard.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just a mile away from the library, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not too far. That's why we wanted to do these kind of things, because, you know.
What is that?
What?
The cable?
Yeah.
The cable helps keep the brake blocks aligned with the top of the brake wheel.
Oh, okay.
Because if the brake blocks were misaligned and they couldn't stop the windmill, we'd be in big trouble.
Okay. I was like, it's just a question that I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Now the white thing though, that's an insulator from the original Fabyan, George Fabyan era knob and tube electrical wiring.
Huh.
Both of us.
They must have had a massive coil of cable down there.
I have
Something to run the electric?
There's a question for us, Misty.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm ready.
Christine wants to know when we're touring the Japanese garden.
Actually, I sent an email
Is that-
yesterday.
That's still in the works, kids.
Yeah, still in the works. I sent
So-
an email yesterday, so I'm waiting to hear back
Soon, maybe.
Soon,
Hopefully.
soon. Oh, but we are going dancing, right?
Next week we are going to a Step Above Dance Academy in Batavia to talk about their new Shooting Stars program, which is Dancers for Disabilities. So make sure you check in next week.
And there might be something tattoo related too. Although, rest assured, we're not allowed to do anything that involves signing a waiver. So, if
Don't worry. We won't be getting. We won't be getting tattoos live on stream.
No, and I guess we're not going axe throwing either.
No.
No, 'cause that would.
And we probably can't go paintballing or anything like that.
So basically, when you offer suggestions on what you want us to see, make sure it doesn't involve needing to sign a waiver.
Yeah.
And probably sharp objects.
It is us.
But I mean, when we go to the tattoo place, I'm just saying.
Oh, that was subtle. Did you catch it?
Did you catch it? Do you want
Okay.
to see it again?
Yeah. All right. There we go. All right.
Okay, how
Are
do we
we?
get down?
Should
Oh,
we
yeah.
get down while we're filming?
No.
Okay. I didn't think so. We're almost at time, so
It's not super
if there's
attractive.
if there's any other last minute questions, you have about 2 minutes. Here we are. We're at the top of the Fabyan Windmill
walk over
with
there?
our lovely tour guides here. Let's
Oh, we're gonna walk
go
over
head
this.
over this way. If you have any final last minute type questions, let us know now, because we are going to be signing off at about 7. You're welcome for the tour. No problem. It was a good time. I had a great time. Ow. We're okay. We're good. No problems.
This is probably one of your tougher locations, yeah?
Yeah.
That's
Everything
what-
else
that's-
has been flat.
The brake blocks that Mark was talking about are right here, and so right.
Yep.
It's
Oh yeah. Don't move them, please,
of
please.
wood that prevents the windmill from going that way, and there's another chunk of wood on that side. So
That's our safety check.
it's very it's very
Safety
safe,
chunks.
but
You
very
hear that?
simple.
Safety chunks.
Just like, don't take the brakes off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Please, please.
Not while we're here. Let's see. Christine wants to know, how much grease do you use? Is that really relevant?
She wants to know about the grease a lot,
We got
doesn't she?
5 gallon
We're
bucket.
very efficient with grease, so we're probably less than half pound to a pound a year, perhaps.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay. Are we done with the
I use that much grease when I make bacon, so it's fine. Okay. Any other last minute questions before we try to scale down the windmill? No, I think we're good.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
We're good.
So our sign off is bye.
Bye.
Bye.